My name is John Donaldson, and this is my wonderful daughter-in-law, Susan Ingalls. Well, I worked for Loblaws for 23 and a half years, and it seems that I ended up in Stratford about 4 different times. And during that time, I met Lorene once, and once was enough because I married her. And we went on from there, and we raised a family, and we had 4 boys who have all been very successful in life. In 1975, I left Loblaws and came back to Stratford, and we took over what was the red and white store at that time. Laurie Joe is Lorene and John in short form, and it was always called Laurie Joe Supermarket.
So I've known the Donaldsons for 35 years, and I watched as Lorene and John grew in their marriage and in their faith, in their store. They worked very hard. They were a pair. They were a pair in business. They were a pair in spirit. They were one another's social outlet. The grocery business was 7 days a week, long hours, and so they spent a lot of time together, both at work and at home, raising their 4 boys.
When the kids were small even, Lorene, I didn't work on Friday mornings as a rule, and Lorene went downtown and went shopping, and she'd come home with a bundle of clothes. She'd make the children's clothes, and she made most of the clothes for the children. She'd make the curtains and make beautiful bedspreads, just like the one in my room now. And she took pride in it, and I took pride in what she did. But the other pictures here in the rooms were all done by Lorene. Lorene always wanted to work with her hands. She was a wonderful seamstress. She made most of her own clothes. She even made her bathing suits, and she looked good in them. And our spectators are laughing.
So with dementia, the timeline is often interesting because you don't really know when the symptoms start, and you don't really know when to access professional help. So in the early stages when Lorene's behaviors were changing, John thought that it was just a part of aging and that Lorene was just having a bad stretch. She became a bit anxious, and she became a little more uncomfortable about having people in the house, even her own children. She would fret, and I think that was the beginning for John and Lorene in understanding that dementia doesn't always look the same for everyone. Dementia doesn't define the person. The person who you've loved all of your life and who's been a parent and a businesswoman and an artist and a wife, that all of these things are equally important. And I think it's critically important for people to understand that the relationship between the healthcare providers and the clients is paramount to recovery, or at least a peaceful death. The training program is called PIECES, and it's an acronym that represents a holistic, team-based approach to the care of persons with dementia and other related disorders. And what it does is it looks at a person's life prior to their illness, their interests, their hobbies, their loves, and it tries to bridge who the person was prior to the disease onset and their needs now that they are no longer able to express. So you're getting to know people by their history, by their family's collateral information. You're trying to understand the person as a whole being, and the team then can be informed by that in making its decisions about care.
We're giving back to the community because we feel that they helped us make money, and we're giving back some of that profit to the community now. And now that Lorene is gone, we want to remember her because she is the most important part of my life.